What's up, everybody? Welcome back and welcome to Tuesday, February 4th. This is going to be day one of round two of climbing the mountain, and I'll come back to that. Getting into this though, today, starting back up, I weighed myself at 327.6 pounds. That's down 11 pounds from December 22nd, but I'll come back to that. Blood pressure measured at 144/76, so that's hanging in there. I slept for 10 hours yesterday. Was coming off of a bunch of days where I only slept for like 5 or 6 hours, so I'm not surprised by that. I'd rather not sleep that long, but just got to improve there. Nothing's really changed there. As far as food, I had a string cheese and some honey cinnamon applesauce for breakfast. For lunch, I had a couple peanut butter sandwiches and a fruit and protein shake. And then for dinner, I just had some white rice and butter. No snacks on the day. And then looking at the food diary, everything's really good. Doing a good job of eating clean here. Uh, just had the fat crept up a little high from the butter and the peanut butter, but I think just knocking it down to one peanut butter sandwich would clean that up. So no big deal, nothing to worry about there. As far as talking points, I got a whole bunch to go over, so bear with me. Try to keep it in some semblance of order. So as far as the weight, I dropped the 11 pounds over the last like month and a half, or since the last video I uploaded, anyways. I'm gonna start calling this round two. Like I said, it was December 22nd, and from there, after I had my problem with my sleep, where I got behind in the videos, I spent about 3 weeks doing the work and getting everything ready, but not making any progress on the videos. Or I started to. I did a little bit here and there, but it just kept slipping away. From there, I had about a week where my effort dropped down. I wasn't um, doing a great job really getting in after it, and then I also started doing a bad job of documenting everything. And I had uh, my dog Sable's surgery on the January 14th, and then from there I didn't really do much of anything, and then that devolved into doing nothing. Um, Pretty soon after that, I realized I was gonna have to take everybody's advice that I had been getting, which was just, hey, cut the fat, don't worry about whatever's not there, just start again from where you are now. And I I wanted to get all of the videos in just to keep the consistency and the integrity of the project intact, but um, it, it just became too much, and I will come back to that. But Sable had a 2 week recovery period from her surgery, so um, I decided I would target January 28th to try to get everything back rolling, just starting fresh. So that's the whole round two ideas. Um, just say, the first one ended and we'll start another one fresh. And then it's obviously the fourth in this video, so it took me a few days to get my act together and get rolling, but I did get it done today. Um, I've decided on a couple things, a couple changes. I'm going to only include the current day's unique exercises to cut down on editing or uploading. Um, I'm just, so like today I did my workout, but I'm not going to include the grips or the ankle mobility. I'll put those in the videos where I'm not doing the exercises just so it's not repetitive. Um, Also, as far as the workouts, I'm not going to include the breathing. There's not a real value there from an entertainment standpoint, so I'm going to cut that out too. I'm going to keep it in the description as far as uh, describing my whole routine. Uh, then for today, because it's been a couple weeks since I've touched the weights, maybe longer than that, but I lowered the weights just to rebuild my confidence, figure out where I'm at, see how much loss I've experienced. And then also with today's workout, my hamstrings were really tight. It was pretty evident when I squat, so I just decided to squat the bar and then work on my form. That was my big problem from before. So trying to keep my chest up, and so I try to do a good job of that. The offset split squats where I'm holding the weight and dipping my legs down, those are really rough. My with my left leg forward, I was able to get through like 15, and it felt like my hamstring was kind of carved out of wood. I just couldn't move it very much, so that was uncomfortable. But I got through it. And then one thing I want to apologize for is editing the video. I realized that when I was doing the Romanian deadlifts, where I'm just leaning the weight down, by the end of the set, my butt is like completely out, but at least it's from the side view, I guess. But I apologize nonetheless there. Um, then the last thing, just wanted to talk about kind of how I got in this mess. And a lot of it's kind of the way my mindset was. Um, I thought I was letting pride get to me where I wanted to catch up, even though I just kept falling behind more and more. And that sort of started this thought in my mind that like I felt fraudulent for not doing it. Um, and the longer it went, the more intense that thought got, and that would just create other or avenues for other negative thoughts. So that was one that I regret letting happen. Um, Another thing that happened was, even though it wasn't a ton of time from when I started or stopped exercising, lost track of the videos and things, in my head right now, it seems like it was forever ago that it happened. And to some extent it was several weeks of problems, but um, it seems like it was like months or even years ago in my frame of reference, and it sort of gave me the opportunity to let go of it, and I wish that hadn't happened. Um, but the whole thing's kind of compounded, and every day I just sort of had, um, I don't know, I guess anxiety is the word for it. It just sort of bugged me, and I never gave up on it, and I always thought about it, and I wanted to catch it back up, and just couldn't figure out how. And then a couple weeks ago, I decided I'd start it up again, sometime around now. I wanted to make a post on all the content channels in the Facebook saying like, hey man, I'm gonna bring it back, but just couldn't bring myself to do it. I don't know if that was just embarrassment or what, but um, had trouble doing that and ended up not doing it. So I'm just gonna stop the bleeding, like I said here, get back on the right track. I am extremely fortunate to have lost 11 pounds since uh, the end of December there. I mean, I was doing good for the few weeks, like I said, and then I had a week where I just started to let go, and then after that, just completely let go. And then this week where the week before now, where I decided I was going to start to get back into it, I really let myself go on food where I was just eating everything that I wanted to and like extreme amounts just because I wanted to get it out of my system, so to speak, before I started. And my weight's been up and down. It's been a real roller coaster ride. It's been anywhere from the high 330s to just ducking under 330. So um, I think that the work that I did and all the cardio that I did put my body in a shape where it could contend with all of that nonsense, and it really pulled me through to where I am now. So um, I am extremely thankful for that, and it's a lot of momentum for me going into this. I'm starting this second round lighter than I was back then, so very lucky. Definitely don't deserve that. Riding the coattails of my previous effort here for sure, but I'll try to, if I can think of other things I want to add here, I'll do it in coming videos, but I'll end here. Just want to thank everybody for the go get 'em and all the positivity that I got throughout this, and a lot of people tried to get me fired up to get back into it, and that means a lot, and I appreciate that. But we'll start round two, and we'll try to do better than we did the first time. Um, so on that, I will end, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching again.